Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Good morning. What is good, internet peoples, Nomad Pack? Hope everyone's day is going well. Hope you're doing well as well. Major Nomad here. Today, we'll be reacting to Myron Gaines clips, aka his clip channel for last night's stream because I wasn't able to watch that stream last night. I'm curious to see what this is about. I agree with the overall message, though, at least within the state and government's regard. This is why men shouldn't get married. Okay, let's see. I probably already know the answers to this, but it's already about almost 13 minutes long, 12 minutes 54 seconds. Let's see what he breaks down. I love reacting to his stuff. I need to react to more cool content, especially the Frank Castles. Those are the best. I hope it has given more men that was struggling and actually doing better with their life, especially regarding women having more of a spine dealing with that in relationships, especially. I don't know what it is as of recently, apart from the crimes that was going crazy in the beginning when more female teachers were, you know, having relations with the students and everything, and that was crazy wild enough. But now there's 3 new cases, including the newer one of the woman that strangled her 3 kids to death and damn near committed suicide in a wheelchair defending herself in court, even though that's barely defensible, and people, crazy feminists, raising $800K to her case. Like, what the fuck? You couldn't have freaking donated or invested into anything as worse as that. Like, what the hell? What are we doing here, man? This is why the red pill exists for a reason, man. Crack down on this craziness going on with the woke libs and the feminism and all that garbage.
And they still get dates. That's what I'm trying to explain here.
Third wave feminism really messed stuff up.
Are you married or in a relationship?
Me?
Chris.
Well,
they always ask that.
Couple.
But I'm not married.
Couple.
Right.
The keyword.
I'm not married.
And they fit all you need.
What benefit does marriage provide to men, ladies? Can any of you name one?
Nothing.
Yeah. What? 2.
Nothing. See, they just said it right there, exactly. Other than what? A little bit of less taxes, like that's your main thing. If you're worried about taxes so bad, how about make a little more money, invest in a couple properties, which is the smartest thing and why the rich stay rich. In the good areas and states, of course, invest in some real estate properties, then bam, you got way better tax cuts than when you're married. F all that garbage. If I'm worried about taxes, I'm gonna make more money and do that. Like, I'm trying to get on that stuff right now. Invest in some real estate. There you go.
It's a simp pussy. That's really.
You don't even get that.
But you can get that anywhere. What was the question?
If she's a good wife,
I said,
maybe yes.
ladies, name one.
Bro.
I'll make it easier for you. Name one benefit men get from marriage besides, I'll say tax break. Besides that, what other benefits do men get from marriage that they don't get in a regular relationship?
I would say that if they want to reproduce with the female, they will get a child. That's a blessing.
Okay.
You can do that without. You can do that
without marriage.
Without marriage.
You can fornicate.
You can do anything without marriage.
Okay, so
but
then what's the,
I think it's just more so an emotional
what's the purpose
thing.
of getting married then?
I think it's more of an emotional thing.
It's a
you
covenant.
Can want it.
It's a covenant between you, the man, and God.
So
Covenant?
you.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
You?
Just something emotional that you would want. Like, it's not a need, obviously. You don't need to be married to do anything.
Okay.
But if you're somebody that believes in love as much as some wanting to be married and wanting that title of being married and writing, signing whatever papers and stuff like that, and that means something to you, then that's what it's about.
Okay, ladies, let me
That's
ask you
a big
question.
entrapment, if you ask me.
Here, okay?
That's walking in right into a bear trap.
What if, let's say that you spent 10 years building up your business.
Well, I love,
and you've
real quick, I love when he comes up with these analogies and whatnot. They're so spot on and brilliant. I even used a couple of them. My favorite being the candy store analogy. That one's my favorite. Real quick, hate him or love him, you gotta admit he's clever with these analogies that actually come into real life situations is why these analogies hit so well.
Turn it into a multi-million-dollar business. That
W.
is,
Myron.
You guys are killing it. You guys are making great sales. Every year gets better and better. And you guys are absolutely killing it, hiring more people, etc. Business is thriving, right? And someone comes in and says, hey, I want to partner with you and work with you. I'll do your advertising and everything else like that. And we can really blow this thing up. However, if the business relationship fails, they take 50% equity from the relationship, from the business relationship, would you go into business with this advertiser?
Fuck
If
no.
you're willing to take a risk.
Fuck
yes.
no.
Okay, so raise your hands if you would go into business with this advertiser,
Nope.
knowing that if it severs,
We're
you
already
lose 50%
killing it
of the
anyway.
equity in
Yes,
the
we
business
could
that
do
you
better,
built.
but if we're already
raise
killing
your
it,
hands.
why
Yes,
would
you
I
would do it.
want to
I'm a
hire an
risk taker.
advertiser
Okay.
just to make
So
a little
what,
extra
4 or 5
money,
you would
but
do it?
risk losing
I
half of
think
my
it's just about
business? Like,
trusting that
hell
person,
no.
or not even trusting it, but trusting their worth ethic. If you're
No,
And they
keep
all
in
pretty
mind,
much said yeah
they're
to it.
incentivized to leave because they get 50% equity.
Ladies,
So
what
would
the
you still go
hell?
into business with this individual?
Like they can leave.
Not for nothing, but as of recently, I know women are more getting into college and whatnot, making money going for their trades, even though it seems like it's more office jobs, medical, and that kind of stuff. But I have not run into a lot of female CEOs that are successful, other than maybe a couple I could think of. But that's because they had a lot of help and they were matter of fact about it, even though they're on the hard to date status, let's call it. I'll say that for sure, that these women better not start a freaking company, a Fortune 500 company or some kind of corporation, because that shit's gonna crumble within months, even if they have a lot of backing.
Anytime?
Yes.
Not to be a dick,
Then
but...
absolutely not. We
with
have
no
to make.
Hold on, I don't know why it's muted. Hate when Twitter does that.
A contract. We have to establish a contract and boundaries, and
Oh.
if you don't fulfill your needs, then I take the 50% or whatever that you claim that's 50%. But if I somehow fail, then you can take the 50%.
Interesting.
But it has to be mutual. It can't be one way or the other. It can't.
Interesting.
It can't be one-sided. It can't.
Okay, so who else would go into business? So do you guys change? Who would go into business with this person knowing that they're gonna get 50% equity if they leave, no matter what, no faults of their own? Which of you would go into business with this advertiser? None of you? One?
They still...
still say
It
yes.
seemed like most of them agreed.
I
Wow.
will have to see their
Four.
their
Good,
drive for the
you know,
business. And I will have
kudos,
to see if
props,
they're
and
goal-driven
good for the
to
ladies
strive
that
to
said
make
no.
The business great. If they're not and they're like, okay, whatever happens, then
I wonder if
obviously
it's
I'm not gonna
audio
go
cuts or
into
So I
business.
think you're
now.
missing
And
the
I'm
point
in
that they
fault
can
for
leave
it.
at any time and get 50%. They don't have to do anything. They can literally
Of course,
leave.
I mean that's your business. At the end of the day, you
You
have to
have
trust
to
your
try.
business.
You have
That's
to
a
try.
headset
Either
jack,
you
excuse
fail
me.
trying, but as long as you tried in the first place, instead of having, oh, this could happen, this can happen. What if?
So
What
you're-
if I actually tried this? No,
So you're
even
changing your
if
mind
it
again.
happens, I know at the end of the day I tried. I done my part.
But
first
let's
it was,
also
hold on,
say
hold on,
they
hold
take
on.
it.
From the married chick. First it was,
Married
I-
chick.
first
Yeah,
it was,
married chick.
yeah, I'll take the risk. Then it was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. if they
She's
go up to
married?
50%. Now you're saying that you will do it.
Bro,
No, but
I hope
you-
he's
you-
got a
you did
prenup
like a
in
little-
place or
like a
something.
little
Probably
terms
not,
and
but
conditions. You
if he's married to her with that mindset, oof, he's cooked. Cooked. She could leave or cheat anytime, and then she wants to divorce you, get a decent lawyer, and if the judge is a female, cooked. Poor clueless people still going for that debacle. I'm saying if you want to get married in that, fine, just do it without the state. Just do it in the church if you're Christian, Muslim in the mosque, or pagan like myself. Just gather around, get some friends and family, do it in front of some pagan statue deities, and get an expert priest, and then you're good to go. That has knowledge, that is a scholar in that kind of situation. We could do it in front of a bonfire with the deities and then the priestess around blessing us, as well as the gods. I'm not going to get into that, but you should look into pagan marriages. It is lit, man. We're dope. And we don't do it with the state or government involved. Ha
said
ha.
that.
Yeah.
Regardless, like let's say for instance they don't even put in their portion, regardless they're gonna get 50%. You didn't say that before, but if you said that prior to that, I would have been like, okay, then absolutely not. We have
Counter block the system as they say, okay.
to establish
I
a boundary, and
digress.
we have to make like a contract. Whether we try, and let's say for instance he doesn't try, right? I'm getting my 50% or whatever you just said. But if it's like he actually tries, then okay, he can take his 50%. I don't mind. But I'm a risk taker. I'm not gonna sit here and stay stagnant in my life and be like, oh, what
That's
if I
very
actually
big
try
risk
this?
you're
What if I actually
taking.
try this? No, even if I try this and if I
Low
fail,
reward,
then I know
high
at the end of
risk.
the day, I try my part.
I don't
he
see
tried
the
his part.
benefit for
That's
that.
how businesses flows. They go
I
up or
think
they
you
go
missed- I
down.
think
It's
you missed the part.
non-linear.
You
It's
guys- they
not
have
one
no-
way.
And then we're trusting the
you
business
missed the
as
whole point of
well.
this.
How well is
yeah,
this
bro. You
business.
Prenup? Are we talking about a prenup here?
I know you're married, but you missed the whole point of that.
Bro.
I don't know if you were
Yeah.
listening or not. You missed the entire point of that.
Yeah, she missed
Yep.
it. Yeah, went right over her.
That
This is
she
all in
did.
regards
That she
to
would
the
lose
marriage.
50%. She would lose 50%
What?
just off of them. They
They're
don't have
trying to
put in the
relate it
work.
to marriage. It
just doesn't really.
Marriage is religion.
Went over her
It's a
head like an
prenup.
airplane.
I feel like marriage don't
Yeah,
matter.
that's exactly
if
what
it's
we're
about
talking about.
prenup,
Prenup.
religion, marriage don't matter.
Ladies,
not sign one?
ladies. That is basically what I just described as marriage. Like, your wife can leave you at any time, and she's highly incentivized to do so because she can get 50% of your assets without bringing anything back to you in return.
Yeah, but there's an emotional aspect to marriage. At
You
least.
love that person.
Yeah.
That's the person that
There's
you
an
married.
emotional aspect.
Emotions
There
change.
has to be an
Business
emotional
Emotions
aspect.
can
America.
change
Everything
facts.
comes back
Are you,
different.
hold on.
It's not a
Especially with the
That's
women
emotional thing.
forget
Who said
about
that?
I
it.
did.
Okay, let me ask
It's
you a
not
question.
a business contract.
Let me ask
It's
you
an
a question.
emotional thing.
Let's say you're super happy and you're skydiving, right? You're excited, you're happy, etc. But you know that
Oh, I
your
love
parachute
this
only has
one.
a 50% chance of
The
deploying when you jump
parachute
off the plane.
analogy. Yep, no one
Even though
ain't
you're
jumping
excited
out of
and happy
that.
and emotionally-
Hell, I wouldn't be jumping out of that regardless. I like doing daredevil stuff, but parachuting, diving in the deep sea, bungee jumping, those are three things for sure I am not touching with a 10-foot pole. You couldn't even pay me money to do it. Nah, I don't want to become a victim of Jaws. Having the parachute fail as I'm deploying and then going splat and dying on the ground like some, or bungee jumping, the bungee cord freaking pops and then I fall to the ground and go splat. No, thank you. I don't see no benefit to that.
Satisfied, would you still jump out the plane?
Nope.
Of course not.
Okay, exactly.
Well, that's life,
That's life or death.
That's life or death
Exactly.
versus marriage or divorce. That's not.
Well, hold on. For many men, marriage is life or death for us too because we lose all of our money.
You don't lose all
Facts.
of it, just 50%.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot, man.
Well, yeah,
See, yo,
it is.
yo,
What
you
the
guys-
hell?
No, hold on.
You know,
Stop,
but
stop,
do
stop,
you
stop,
not?
stop.
But do you not have to agree on
experiment, hold on.
50% or
Yeah,
not?
yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't
You
Stop,
don't
stop,
have to get
stop.
married.
Stop.
Some men want to.
Nor
and
does it
it's-
have to be 50%.
Girls, wait.
It's incredible that see how when I shift it around and they're taking the risk, they change their mind. Like fuck no, I wouldn't do that. But when I
because
say,
that's life or death. But
Yes.
even so,
Wait.
do you realize
They
that
don't
when
care,
men get
Myron,
divorced,
they don't
lose
care.
their money, they lose their marital home,
'Cause it
they
does
lose their
the-
kids.
They only care about
get financially
benefiting
ruined.
them, so
A
they're
lot of
like,
guys commit
oh, tough
suicide
shit,
after it.
cupcake or
Like, men
buttercup.
effectively lose their
Deal
lives
with
when
it.
they get divorced. So I find it interesting how you wouldn't
Some
jump out
of
of a
them.
plane with a 50% chance of it deploying because even though you're emotionally happy, but you expect the guy to do the same exact thing when it comes to marriage and divorce. And this kind of just comes
Myron.
back what I was saying. What?
I got a video to illustrate this as well.
Yeah.
It's very.
Okay.
Is that,
Robert7108 has donated $50 and says you girls want a guy better than yourself, but that very guy is also wanted by most women. This is why most men suck, because you don't realize just how rare that guy you want is.
no.
Facts.
That's true.
So, ladies.
All right. So what qualifies you for him then?
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to establish earlier. Okay, crickets.
Real quick.
Nothing.
This video here in the chat. So, if you have a heart, you have feelings and emotions. You can relate to this person.
They
on
could
some
be
level.
erratic.
He was
That's
married
the
to a woman
problem,
a
especially
bunch of
with
years,
women
and
nowadays going crazy.
Good man, but she got bored. And here's what happened to him.
Fast forward a little bit.
Like, he's still doing a lot, nigga.
Here's a video. I know.
Yeah, but like, as a nigga. What, Bills? Gotcha, nigga.
Oh, I can tell already this ain't gonna go well.
I had 8 Mesa police officers show up at my house, surrounded me, served me with the order of protection, and said that I had 3 minutes to be off of the property and out of the house. Said she loved me, but
Oh,
wasn't in
hell
love with me. That's her
no.
exact
What
words.
state is this?
Okay, we can still be
Mesa.
amicable and, go through this thing. I never anticipated this. I've been living on the street about a little over a month. My wife, 14.
Poor clueless guy. A big reason, no matter what state, especially when I moved to a more greater red state, even though they've been doing better to try to have better outcomes and, I guess, policies regarding family courts and laws. Another big reason never to get married, guys, at least with the state involved, be smart. Look what can happen to you. Look, man, the poor guy's homeless in his shell of himself, man. This is the most scary thing. You know how people have their deepest fear usually getting, murdered or whatever? That would be one of my deepest fears, and you would probably never be able to crawl out of that gutter unless you do some peculiar things to get out of that situation, let's say, especially fast. Forget about it, man.
Years, went to the Mesa City Court judge, and he granted an order of protection. What it really operated as was an order of eviction.
So what was her complaint?
I don't know. It didn't say. It doesn't say on the order.
Poor guy don't even have a lawyer to help him.
Never raised my voice one time to my wife. I don't drink. I don't smoke.
And you own this house?
Yeah.
Does she make any payments on it?
No.
So you're making the mortgage payments on this house?
Up until very recently, yes.
You should have got a prenup
when
if you're
I had
gonna.
the 3 minutes to leave, she took my phone.
I don't know whether to
Wouldn't let
be
me go
really
back into the
annoyed
house.
at this
It's
guy
my house.
or
That-
feel
that
really
didn't
sorry
matter.
for them. I'm back and
There
forth
was
right now.
No concern
What
for
the
that
hell?
whatsoever. That was not even a factor. And
Look
she
at the
came out with
comments
a
too. Even the
bag
comments is
and
like,
said
wow.
It had clothes in it. It had 3 winter coats
Even they
in
feel
it.
bad for the poor
And it was
schmuck.
108 degrees that day. I'm in the automotive business, automobile business. Certainly not something that I've ever anticipated for my life. I'm not doing well out here. It's very hard. I
think we
I feel for a lot of it.
Look, that's what divorce does to a lot of guys. Obviously, that's one.
And
dude
instead
that's
of getting half of his stuff, he gets all of his stuff taken away. Is this in California or some stupid blue state in the West Coast or something? Because that is terrible. Look at that poor guy. You could tell in his voice and in his posture and that he's defeated and in despair right now. I wouldn't be surprised if he just, went with the nuclear option and deleted himself. Man, that's terrible. That's terrible.
on Instagram, but I tell guys all the time it's not worth it getting married to women nowadays, especially with the state involved. And I know, to be very candid with you guys, I don't think most women.
I tell my people that too.
Reciprocated levels of value.
That's sad.
Based on what men provide for women. You guys want a guy that's tall, has money, status, smart, charming, charismatic. Fine. If you want all that, then I'm not going to be monogamous and have one girl. I think the only way men can really deal with this shit is don't get married and have multiple women. That's how you combat this bullshit, because we've clearly gotten to a point now of diminishing returns when it comes to relationships and dealing
Facts.
with
Fellas, that video should tell you never get married to these bitches, bro. Never.
Bro,
not worth it, bro.
And I find it interesting how the girl sat here and said, because I gave them the scenario, build up a business for 10 years, it's worth millions of dollars, and they're saying like, oh no, I would give, I would totally go into business with this advertiser and potentially lose 50%. None of you would fucking do that.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
I stand on business. Yes, I would.
And you're going to end up losing half of that business and then start losing money.
Man.
The thing is, when it comes to
anyone
marriage,
that works that hard would not be willing to sacrifice 50% of their money.
Oh, very much I would. If it's for the man that I love, very much I would. And I stand 10 toes down on that.
Well, you ain't going to lose
stand
half of your stuff.
Currently.
Huh?
You're a man.
Very rare that women lose in divorce courts even today, and in red states that we all want to be at now, where everyone and their mom's moving to, because now they have better laws, or somewhat better laws regarding that. But even then, unless they're cheating and there's proof of them doing some really crazy stuff, luckily there has been a couple stories where men have had a good outcome in divorce courts when they marry the wrong person, but that's still very rare. And even in those red states and among other states too, they just get happened like that guy they just showed in that clip.
Is he
it
like
happened just like that.
Yes, I don't.
They
care.
always
I
get
really
slaughtered
don't care.
in
It's not
divorce
about
court.
The money. I'm the type of person. I'm not about like materialism. I'm not. So whatever happens, happens. I didn't sign up a prenup with him. He's always had this mentality that whoever I get married to, I'm gonna have a prenup
Didn't
with him.
sign a
prenup. Who's the breadwinner in your relationship?
He pays the rent. He pays the rent, and then there's times where I pay the rent too.
Hold on,
prior to him moving in.
Wait, is he the breadwinner in the relationship?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Is he a six-figure earner?
Well, he has the business. So.
All right, and are you a six-figure earner too, or no?
No, I'm not. But I would say that if it was up to me, I would pay all the bills. I don't care. If he invested to crypto or whatever he wants to use it for something to multiply that money, then he could.
Your man that has that kind of money and worth a damn isn't going to care, okay? He doesn't want a sugar mama. He's the protector and provider.
Can go ahead and do that, but I'm not gonna sit here and control him if he wants to utilize that money for something.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
If he came to you tomorrow and said, I want you to sign this post-nuptial agreement, would you sign it?
Yes, I would. I swear to God, I would. Because I don't need
I hope he
nothing
does.
from you. If that's the case, if I'm gonna divorce you, I don't want nothing from you. If it comes to a man that I'm divorcing with, I don't want nothing tied to you. No money, no
Yo,
house, no car, nothing.
If you're watching the stream,
Yeah,
get it
done now,
bro. ASAP.
Stupid ass nigga got
I
a
don't mind.
No, you about to get cooked,
really
bro.
don't mind.
He about to get
I don't
cooked.
mind.
You're cooked. Yo, okay.
How long y'all been married?
We've been married for
1 year.
Yeah, like
1
no,
year?
It's actually a few months actually.
A few
it's not
months?
but we got married in November.
Bro, get out.
November.
Hey, bro,
Nigga,
get that post-nuptial agreement immediately, bro.
Holy shit, you cooked, nigga.
You heard it here, man.
9
Bro,
months.
get it now.
9 months.
Get it now.
I feel
9
sorry for him,
months.
but he is what
No,
it is.
he can still rectify it.
9 months.
Hopefully, if he's smart.
Yeah.
All right, word from our sponsor. And head over to Rumble.
Boop, boop, boop.
Well, that does it for the clip. Yeah, I would hope the guy wises up and freaking just wises up and does it before it's too late. I don't even know if it's possible at that point, but it is what it is. Men, wise up. Whether you're a Christian, Muslim, if you're an Abrahamic religion guy, do it in the church with a priest or so. Don't get the state involved, okay? And if you're gonna be stubborn and dumb enough to do that, especially no offense to the military people, get a prenup before you get all married and you're still set out to deploy, because I cannot tell you how many freaking stories I hear of men getting married in the military and then their wives cheat and take half of their stuff, especially while they're working hard, doing their jobs in the military, especially being boots on the ground. Like, bro, imagine surviving all those horrible situations, boots on the ground, in like Iraq, Afghanistan or so, and then you come back and you figured out your wife cheated on you. And then she's like, oh, well, you found out. I don't care. You were away. I was lonely and stuff. I'm just going to divorce you now and take half your stuff. Or all. And then you have to do more time in the military to get back on your feet. Especially if you only wanted to do like two tours. Like, broski. Brother. Come on. Wake up. The red pill's been around a bit. All these creators telling you this. Don't listen to the goofy woke feminist and all that garbage and the propaganda in society. You're gonna get crushed if you don't listen. A red pill a day keeps that simp energy and the brainwash propaganda away. How many times I gotta tell you? I gotta come up with a better thing for that. But I digress. Let me know what you think, your comments and that. I would gladly reply to them, even if you come up with really goofy liberal type comments. I might comment, tease you, and make fun of you a bit because you're going to need it. Remember, Nomad Pack, take your red pills, grow a spine, don't tolerate disrespect from people let alone but your significant other, whether you're married or not, and be smart. Don't get married with the state involved, and if you do, at least get freaking prenups in order with lawyers and that around before you already get set up to have the wedding and all of that stuff. Besides the point, though, have a good one all. Take care. Peace.